everyone. This is Join the Light Side podcast with your host, me, Michael. I know that it's been a little while since I've done my last recording. Much of that is just due to external factors. It's been really busy with school lately, and I've also been meditating on some material that I would like to be writing ongoing. And I just took up a new editing software, so I was trying to figure out the ins and outs of that. But now I am wanting to release more content once again, and a little bit of the fire underneath my butt came from a piece of footage that I was looking at today. And that is in regard to the Bill C-11 creeping its ugly head once again. Now, if you're not familiar with what the BC-11 is, it is a absolutely egregious bill that's being pushed by the Liberal Party right now. It's basically a censorship bill. It's basically saying that, like, whatever content is presented to Canadians, they basically have their hands on the levers, or rather the algorithm, of what we can see. And also, they would have ultimate power over, like, whatever gets distributed and disseminated, which is completely Orwellian, and it's almost seems too ridiculous to be true. But you can actually look at the footage for yourself. Pierre Poilievre has been reading off direct citations from the piece of legislation itself. And it is scary just how ambiguous some of the wording is, which that is the easiest way for tyrants to basically, it's a fast track to gaining unjust power. So I wanted, and I'm very well aware of the fact that me presenting this video has the possibility of actually me becoming shadow banned, and to that effect, I don't care. This needs to be shared, and I'm going to try my best to network it as best as I can. And I think this sort of information should most certainly be shared with all that you know, if you actually value like what you see, and not be censored for what you say. I think that this is scarily close to the world that Herbert Marcuse was talking about in Repressive Tolerance, how there should be absolute tolerance for the new left push, and pre-censorship to conservative and traditional ideas. And this is completely backwards and not a good direction for our country to be going, especially with the sort of totalitarian ideas that have been produced by the Liberal government. And this isn't an isolated case either. This is also rearing its ugly head, also in the United States. I would also like to be able to give a revisement of an earlier podcast I was giving, where I was more directly calling to Canadians to draw up a community to exchange these sorts of ideas. I would actually like to open that up to anybody who's willing to join, because clearly this is needs much more attention than it is being given. It could be whether if you're interested in engaging and like learning about these ideas, or you have information to contribute, or you just want to be like a silent participant and just listen to the exchange ideas. All the more I would really love to see anyone there, even if it is to challenge these sorts of ideas. I think we just need to be able to talk about these things, especially to the sort of impact that is coming out from these sorts of affairs, especially with how programs like the DEI movement and how they've been basically running a racketeering bracket where like they promise that it's going to generate harmony within the company, introducing these diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. And actually, the data is clearly showing the opposite. People who get put into these hot seats, they're actually ginning up animosity, and it's to the firm that's being hired on for these things, which is frequently people who are hired on by ESG metrics. It's all to their benefit, whether if they become an organ to the party apparatus or if the institution just dies. Then it is one less thing to be in the way of the party apparatus. So it makes no difference to them. It's completely and utterly dangerous, and it needs to be stopped. So anyway, I just wanted to keep it brief for this one podcast. I want to be able to draw some attention to that once again. And for anybody that's interested, in the next few days here, I'm going to be looking to create a Discord community. And for anybody that wants to join, I'll have the link in the description below. Hopefully, I'll be able to see some of you there. Thank you for joining the segment. Links will be down in the description. I hope you all are having a great day and that you're looking out for one another. Thanks again.